So the Google AI Edge Gallery app is pretty cool. This is an app that lets you download and run an AI model locally on your Android phone. I actually have made a video about that, you can check it out. But the experience with this app is far from perfect. Sometimes you might experience crashing when you're trying to chat with an AI model, especially the one that has been imported from your library into this app. For example, here I'm trying to import the Qwen 2.5 model, which is an AI model by Alibaba, and this is only 0.5 billion parameter. It's very small, even though my smartphone is very old, but it should be enough to run this model locally. Now I'm going to be using GPU because, well, large language models are usually going to perform a lot better and a lot faster when you're using GPU, and that's actually the same hardware that is being used by OpenAI, by Google, by big tech AI companies out there, because again, it's just the best way to run an AI model. Now, if I'm sending a message to this AI model that I just imported, you'll see that there is gonna be a problem here. So sometimes the problem appears when you are trying to initialize the model. Sometimes the app might crash when you're trying to send a message, or sometimes it will able to receive your message, but it is unable to respond back to you. In this case, I'll try to send a simple message to this model, and you will see that there is a problem with this model, or maybe with this app, we don't know. But basically, there are two reasons why it is happening. As you can see, there is no response, it's just empty message. And I'm going to show you the two reasons why this is happening and the two ways you can fix this problem. Now I'm going to wait until it crashes so I can show you the full demonstration about what is going on, or how the app crashes when you're using it. Okay, it's not responding, but okay, there you go, it crashed. And yeah, let me show you how we can fix this problem. So the first reason why it's happening is likely because your phone doesn't have enough memory or RAM at the moment. And of course, you could just buy a new smartphone, but that's not the immediate solution. Instead, you can just close any apps that are not necessary, so it will free up some memory that could be used by the AI model or by the app. And let me try to send a message again, and hopefully it will work. But again, as I said before, there are two reasons why the app might crash. So this might work for some people, but it's unlikely to work for everyone. Now I'm going to send the same message again, and if it is unable to respond back to me, or if the app is crashing, then we have to try the other solution. So it's still not responding, there is no response, there's no message. Okay, it's just doesn't work. Now when that happens, it's likely because your GPU, the hardware on your phone, is not compatible with the AI model, especially if your phone was created before the AI era or just not designed for running an AI model. So here you might want to use CPU instead of GPU. So previously, when I initialize or load this model, Qwen 2.5, I was using GPU, but that could be a mistake because some smartphones are not really good. They don't have good GPU, but they do have much better CPU. So here I'll try to import the same model again, but this time around I'm going to be using CPU instead of GPU, and you'll see that it might solve the issue. So I'm going to enable CPU and GPU. You can also just enable CPU and don't check GPU, but I do recommend to check CPU and GPU in case AI might want to use GPU. But basically it will give you, or give the AI an option whether it should be using CPU or GPU based on the compatibility. Now after that, I'll just leave everything the same, click import, and just wait for a few seconds, and I'm going to chat with this model again, and you'll see that it's going to be a lot faster. There you go, the initialization was a lot faster. And if I send a message to this model, it should be responding normally. Model running on CPU, there you go. So it's a bit slower, definitely it's going to be a bit slower because I was running the model on CPU, but at least it is not crashing. So that's basically how you can fix it. You can either just free up some memory by closing some unnecessary apps, or you can also just run the model via CPU and not GPU. And maybe the other solution would be just use a model that is compatible. Usually Gemma model from Google is very good. It's usually the most compatible for most Android smartphones. So I do recommend to use the Gemma models because it can run using GPU. So that's basically how you can fix the Google AI Edge Gallery app crashing when you're trying to chat the AI model locally. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.